Oh, hey, Eddie stuck in here. What's up, Eddie?
What's up,
I did
Arn?
not even notice. What's up, man?
Weird. It was a weird pause. I was like, "What the hell is going on, man?"
Yeah, what's up, man? So, yeah, this is a special impromptu stream. Just figured I'd just pop on for a little bit and talk about Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which just came out. And yeah, the title of the stream is, as you can see, basically, where is it? Do, 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 Wakanda Forever was good. Changed my mind. I like the movie. I like the movie. Some people apparently did not like the movie though. So if you didn't like the movie, which is totally okay, come and try and change my mind because I liked it. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So wait, what? Are you serious, Eddie?
Yeah, I do. If you hear it in the background, I can't do anything about it.
I have a question. Okay, so can I say it publicly?
Repeat
Can I
that
tell?
again.
Can I tell them what you just sent me?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So Eddie has a pet rooster, apparently. You have a pet rooster. Can I ask why you have a pet rooster now?
I don't know. Sometimes in your life you just say, well, maybe I need a rooster, a turtle, maybe something else. I think in my opinion, it is what it is when it comes to certain pets people have. Roosters, turtles, anything. It just doesn't matter sometimes.
Wow. Okay, so Eddie is a pet rooster. That's where life is right now. Um, that's where we're at. Superboy's here. What's up, Superboy?
What up?
What up? So, like I said, I guess general thoughts on the movie first. I quite enjoyed it. I don't know if I liked it as much as the first one, but I thought this was a really solid film. I quite enjoyed it. I thought that it was a very elevated film. I thought that it handled its emotional beats very well. I thought that Namor was a great, compelling villain. I really enjoyed the performances, especially. I don't think it's a very rewatchable movie. I don't think it's kind of a movie I could really sit there and want to rewatch a bunch. I've seen it twice now, and I'm good. I do think they could have trimmed about 10 to 15 minutes off the runtime. I think it's a little too long. It's a bit too long. Um, Mladen, it's not serious. Come on. Like, the title of the stream's a joke, man. Like, if you're seriously taking it seriously, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to pick a fight. It's a meme. The thumbnail's a meme. But we're here to have a conversation. Someone didn't enjoy the movie, we could talk about that. Like, it's not me trying to pick a fight or, like, be an edgelord. I'm just having fun with this. So, just to clarify that for everybody. But, Eddie, what'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was a very good movie. I don't think it's better than the first, but I definitely enjoyed more emotional moments, the raw acting, because I think the Chicho Wright and Angela Bassett definitely had those raw emotional moments of grief and sadness. I think it was very powerful, those moments. I like the whole plot with Namor and his people and not just the U.S. government, but the world in general trying to exploit Wakanda for its vibranium and all that
Mm,
stuff within, and then the war and the conflict between Namor wants to team up with the Wakandans to fight the world since they're trying to take everything over and cause havoc, all that stuff. And I thought it took inspiration in a way with what Killmonger had in store for the first film, but I think I always like hearing those type of stories about colonization and invaders and people try to take over groups of different people in different regions. I always appreciated it, I guess. But no,
mm.
no, I thought it was a very good movie. It had lots of messages, good messages, not bad ones. I know what people are saying, certain people, but no, I definitely like the film.
Yeah. Superboy, what did you think of the movie?
Uh, keep it real with you.
Yeah, go
It
ahead.
was a letdown.
Oh, okay. So you are one of the people who did not enjoy the film.
Yeah, I didn't,
Okay.
but I
Well,
did like Namor. Namor was dope.
mm,
Angela Bassett, I don't know her last name, but she was good. Shuri was good. I was surprised she was good.
mm.
That's it.
So what about it was a letdown to you then, if I may ask?
it feels like a funeral movie. I'm not here for that. They
So
should have recast.
it just felt like it was a bit too much of the sad kind of stuff for you. Like
Yeah,
a little bit too much of the. No,
yes, yes.
I can understand. It's not like a very joyful movie, but I'm okay with that because I feel like it was kind of like meant to be that way. But I understood it was not gonna rock with other people. You know.
Yeah. And Atlantis looks bad. I ain't like Atlantis the way it looks. The
Yeah,
way
we'll get to
Namor
that. We'll
place
get to
looked,
that in a
I didn't
second.
like it.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Scooby Doo, what did you think of the movie?
Oh,
Scooby?
okay. But that's it.
Yeah.
What I thought it was excellent to me because I think the themes and the stories that it was trying to tell, it was executed perfectly. I feel like, and as long as you get the like, you're telling me like what the stories and themes are without telling me, like straight out spoon fed, and then you execute it
Mhm.
as a bigger story that still stems from the first movie, and also stems from the first appearance of T'Challa, and how he became the Black Panther. Like there was so much of Civil War and Black Panther, the first Black Panther in this movie.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
and um, so it
I
was really
agree.
good. I felt like everything was executed in the way that I didn't know I wanted,
Mhm.
and it felt it felt like a funeral at sometimes, but I think it was to dedicate this movie to both in fictional sense T'Challa and then in real life sense Chadwick,
Mhm.
because um, also it kind of felt like a celebration of the first movie, because you had that certain person show up, and you pretty much had everyone from the first one in this,
Mhm.
um, except for Daniel Kaluuya. But we all know what happened with that, and he was still mentioned technically, but
Do you call him Kaluuya?
Kaluuya, yeah,
I thought
Daniel Kaluuya,
it's Kalua?
yeah,
I thought it's Kaluuya. I
um,
don't know. I
with
hate
Wakanda,
butchering names.
yeah, and when that whole scene, but yeah, like I like this movie. It told the story and the themes of American imperialism. It told the stories of colonization, like the first one did.
Mhm.
Um, it furthered and evolved the story of American imperialism and flipped it. Um, like how in the first one it was Killmonger trying to prevent American imperialism from happening. To prevent it, he went to the extreme way of giving, wanting to give vibranium weapons to all the oppressed people in the world, and while this one was more of America wanting to take vibranium away from Wakanda.
Mhm.
As American imperialism works. Once America, they found something, they're trying to take their resources and use their resources for war or politics or whatever. So that's kind of like what was going on.
Mhm.
So I really like this movie.
All right, rock on. Chris, you just got back from seeing it. What do you think? 'Cause this is like your first reaction, if you're there.
Okay, I'll just do my positives. The opening sequence where they had zero music and just all the Chadwick Boseman stuff, I thought that was beautiful. I really like that. I like the end. And I thought Lupita and I thought what's the other girl's name? Shuri?
Oh, Letitia, right?
Letitia and Angela killed it. I hate this fucking movie.
Okay. Well, listen, that's why I said like we have like 2 negative and 3 positive here, so that's good. That's good. That's good. Why did you hate it, Chris? What was wrong with it?
It's so jumbled. It bounces around so much. I hate the way they treated Okoye in this movie. I hate it. I think it's bullshit. And then the fucking queen literally dies before her and Okoye can even make amends. She's completely misused in this movie. It's just too. It's saying I hate it's a little too strong because there were actually some parts I really loved, but the fight sequences were like, yeah, okay. They don't even in
I
the
thought they
fucking,
were improved from the first film. To be honest,
even
the
in
acting
like
was
the,
better.
I don't know, man. I would rather see the Dora Milaje out there just getting their stroke on and crushing shit than like fucking blue Iron Man suits that look like that fucking sea thing from did anyone notice that those blue night angels, is that what they were called?
The Midnight Angels.
Midnight
yeah,
Angels, they look just like the sea guy or whatever in Hellboy.
Oh, what's his name?
I mean, it just, the movie threw me off, man.
Sapien.
Abe Sapien.
The water guy.
Abe Sapien.
Yeah, it's just that's what they look. That's what those suits look like. I mean, I don't know what. I don't even know why Valentina was in it. Why was the Count even in it? Why was she even in it?
Because of American imperialism. She was the thing. Her whole reason being there was because she is pushing
she's
the
the
story, the
American
theme
person who was,
of
like,
American imperialism,
Yeah.
which was brought up in the first movie. So, like, all the themes and stories from the first movie are still carried into this one.
The one good cameo, they wasted it.
Oh yeah. People talk. So yeah, spoiler.
They
alert,
literally
spoiler
wasted
alert.
the one good cameo, bro. You're gonna have this guy acting like he didn't learn no lesson from the beginning. What's he even allowed in the after Run 4 then? I thought he learned his lesson from Black Panther.
Ancestral plane is for all Wakandans, and as we see with Killmonger's dad, is that even though he's in the ancestral plane, he's still locked away from all the other ancestors.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wanted to love this movie so much. I'm such a fan of the first one, and I wanted to love this movie so much. And just they hardly any M'Baku, really.
That was one of my big criticisms. I agree.
What the hell, dude?
I wish that there was more M'Baku. I feel like he was very much underutilized, which I was kind of surprised by, because I felt like this movie was lacking. And again, I'm not the kind of guy who needs this per se in a movie, but I do think the movie was lacking some male representation.
Exactly. And I just watched your video, Eddie, because I watched that early this morning. I caught Grace's video, and I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" And then I watched it a second time, and I was like, "Oh wow!" After seeing the movie, I understand exactly what she's talking about. I hate to say it, but for one time, guys, with the exception of the MCU bullshit she's trying to push, I agree with Grace on this. It was just too, dude. I love Lupita. I do, man. And she killed it in this. I liked how she had the whole rogue. I'm gonna go there, but like she murked that one chick for like no reason. Just murked her.
Oh no! It wasn't for no reason. The Queen literally told her, like, because so I rewatched the movie. I saw it twice. She asked the Queen, "I can get Shuri, but there's no way I can do this quietly. Someone's like, I'm gonna have to kill an Atlantean or two." And she's like, "Do whatever you need to get Shuri out of there. I will handle it, and I will deal with Namor, and I will draw him out."
I know exactly.
So she was prepared for that. So she was prepared for that. She was like, "Yep, go ahead and kill him."
Dark Lenio, I know exactly what you're talking about. That scene where she's actually standing up on the beach, and they do that slow pan, and they pan out, and I'm like, "Wow, Lupita got thicker somehow. She got even more attractive somehow, which I didn't even know if that was possible." Okay. But she somehow got more attractive in this movie. I liked her outfit. Like, okay, look, okay. The wardrobe, they killed it on wardrobe. I just didn't like the story, man. I think honestly, I think I don't want to say Ryan Coogler met. I just think he was too close to Chadwick, and maybe he shouldn't have been the one to direct this. I'm starting to agree with other people. Like maybe he they should have put this on the back burner for a little bit, or maybe he should have took some extra time, or maybe they got a different director. I don't know. Here's the part that's going to blow everybody's mind, because it is a very long movie. I didn't mind the runtime. I didn't think they had enough of the dialogue about T'Challa. All we really got was like mainly everybody's going through some shit because he's gone, and you can see it's art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life, because you're grieving in the real realm and you're grieving in the movie world too. You're grieving for T'Challa and you're grieving for Chadwick, okay? and the characters pulled that off really well. I loved it, but I thought there should have been more, you know. And by the way, I'm gonna be the one guy. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, man. Half Latino, and I'm gonna say this. I hate this villain.
Really, you didn't like Namor? I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Hate this villain, bro. I don't like this villain, not because of him. I'm sure in the comics he's amazing. Just the way they used him in this movie, man. You know?
I thought it was brilliant.
Even at the end, he's like, "No, this is just the beginning, you know, because we're gonna let Wakanda take the fall for the shit we did. Then they'll have to ask us for help." And I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
No,
maybe I need a second watch, but I came out theater really, really disappointed in this movie, man. Am I the only one that feels that this movie jumps around too much? It's convoluted.
I feel like the plot, like what I would say is, I don't think it's jumbled, but like if I was going to give like a criticism, I feel like it's like a plot that's stretched out. It's a plot that's very stretched out. Like I said, my biggest criticism, I feel like it should have been like cut by at least like 10 or 15 minutes. I feel like it's a little too long. In my opinion, I would have diminished some of the runtime a little bit.
This was supposed to be the next big bad, RJ, okay? And in my opinion, I don't care how many phases Marvel does, even with Big Bad Kang coming, we're never going to have another Thanos. Maybe Doctor Doom can pull it off. Maybe. We're never going to have. And then it would have to be like that God-level Doom, Doctor Doom.
Well, I don't think Namor's meant to be that, though.
But he's supposed to be... Marvel always fucks up with their villains. The two best villains we've ever had in Marvel, honestly, in my opinion, Killmonger and Thanos. Those are the two best villains we've ever had. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't like Namor in the setting they got him in like this, with this whole... It was just so easy. Oh, we're just going to put him on this. It was so... I understand it's a Kate movie, okay? But just the way her and Riri and everybody's hating the Iron Man suit, I actually dig it. I dig it. It doesn't look like an Iron Man suit. It looks more like a mech to me, but I dig it. The second one, but they just like throw the cord, boom, get him in the fucking Wakandan airship, and now we're just gonna dehydrate him. Now the fight was rad, dude. The fight between
what I liked about that though, just to jump in for a second, I like the fact that with her as Black Panther, because obviously everyone knew she was going to be Black. You know,
yeah, when she came down, I liked that she closed. I love that she chose the black and gold outfit.
Oh yeah, because I was meant to be a reflection of Killmonger. Like,
a reflection. I knew right away when she picked up that gold and black helmet. I was like, oh wow, she's gonna.
Whether she mentioned it or not, it's like,
she's gonna wake up this morning and choose violence.
Well, I mean, if we go back to when T'Challa became Black Panther. The reason he became Black Panther was also vengeance for his father.
From Civil War,
so this whole thing where Shuri became Black Panther for the wrong reason. No, also T'Challa became Black Panther for the same reason. It was nothing new with how these people became Black Panther. And
now
I'm
the
sure
emotional parts.
T'Chaka also became Black Panther for vengeance for his father, mother, or brother, or whatever. You know,
the emotional parts that we're supposed to hit. Definitely hit with me. A couple of times I had to do the old watery eye, wipe my eye shit, especially the end when she's burning the ceremonial. Bro, that shit hit hard. That end scene, and then when you find out, oh hey, look who this is, and I'm just like, what? Okay, well that's cool. That's a good way to honor, and maybe recast T'Challa later on down the line. I like all this, but I don't. I think it's just that.
I'll be honest, Chris. Like the way you're describing. I understand how you feel. Cause
the whole investigation made no sense to me. You know what I mean? The whole investigation that, none of the stuff bothered me that was supposed to, that's bothering everybody else. I don't give a fuck. Okay. You're going to call my ancestors colonizers? Okay. They were. Who gives a fuck? That kind of shit ain't bothering me.
We complain about that line. I thought that was funny.
Having too many women in it didn't bother me. Just the way they were used. And I'm really mad about how they did Okoye. That was bullshit. One little mistake and you're just going to strip her of everything. She's not the general anymore. She's not the leader of your defense. She hasn't, dude, she's literally the best that they have with the exception of Black Panther. Who's better? You know, and the scene stealer for me in every scene that it was in, for me, the scene stealer in this movie was the Hemikuda. I'm a car guy, so I like that they rebuilt that at the end. That made a lot of sense. I don't know what she's talking about though. I don't know enough about Riri, about that being her dad's car. I don't know enough about Riri.
I know nothing about her either.
Yeah, I don't understand why
it was like an introduction in a way for me to that character. So
now the people that did love this movie, I'm glad they loved it. I am. I just feel so let down because this was the one I was pumped up for the most, like out of all of them, even over Doctor Strange. I was so pumped for this movie, and it just feels like Phase 4 ended on like a kind of a meh. And I don't want to go into a Black Panther movie, especially with everything that this couldn't have been easy though for Ryan Coogler or any of them. This had to be so hard for all of them. But I hate that it ends with such a, it fizzled. I don't know, man. Maybe if I watch it a second time, but
yeah,
I'm fresh out right now.
All I can tell you, Chris, that like watching it for the second time, I picked up a lot more on a lot of the themes and what they were really trying to go for, and I feel like what the ideas they had, I felt they executed them very strong.
And
but again,
pretty
it
shitty
doesn't hit
CGI
the same,
too, guys. Can we admit there's some pretty shitty?
Oh yeah. In
CGI.
terms of the CGI, it's much better than the first one. Absolutely.
I think the one standout or the two standouts was when Namor jumped and like looked over that Wakanda village near the sea, the river, and like that part was a bit off. And then whenever it's like two or one, like a group of characters talking, and like the background of Wakanda looked a bit off.
Part of the last fight too on the beach between Namor and Shuri, you could.
That was better than the acts than last fight. And honestly, I didn't
I'm talking about
see
the
any
CGI.
I didn't see any inconsistency with the CGI.
When there's a part where the camera turns and Shuri, I know she's tiny, but she looks super tiny, and you can literally like see like where it's like pixelating. I'm like, what the hell? Maybe it was my theater because I got up early today to go see this because everybody was talking about it last night. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get hit with all these fucking spoilers if I don't just go now. So I literally got up early today, went to the 11 a.m. showing, and like just got home, and it's still fresh in my mind. I liked when they went to MIT. That was cool. I liked the part of the story that, Riri's really smart, and that she made the only vibranium like seeking like scientific object that there is where you can actually find. But it all started happening so fast, man. Like I don't know. This movie, it just seems so jumbled to me, man. I don't know. If I was going to give it a number, it would be like, man, I can't believe I like Black Adam better than I like this. I did not think that was going to happen. I
still haven't seen Black Adam, so
I literally like Black Adam better than I like this. I'm going to give it one more shot, though. I want to support this movie. I'm going to give it another shot, but I'm hoping there's things I missed because I was just so wrapped up in the moment. But I don't know. I can't believe that I actually prefer Black Adam to Wakanda Forever because I thought that. Do you guys think this is going to hit $1 billion?
No.
I'm pretty sure it will, but I'm not going to say it's a safe bet. No.
The characters all gave their all. I do agree with Angela Bassett. Maybe she'd get a nod for this supporting actress, something like that. The story's what I hate. When I say I hate this, I just didn't like the storyline.
Yeah, I just don't agree that the CGI overall was poor. I felt like the CGI in this movie was a lot better than the first one. Personally.
Well, I only saw a couple spots where it did that.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple spots where I felt like the visual effects could have been a little stronger, but overall, I thought
the last battle seemed so fast and so anticlimactic to me. It seemed so short. Now I did get pumped when the Dora Milaje did jump off the side of the boat and ran down and just started fucking up all the Tulakans. Is that what they're called? Tulakans? Like that.
Max, get in here. I'm debating you.
That shit was pretty dope.
I want to debate you. Get in here.
But
Max is a coward. He won't debate me.
Did Max not like it either?
No, he hated it more than
I'm sorry, man.
He went full
letdown for me, man.
He went full Doomcock.
And I'm bummed because I really wanted to love this movie, man. Eddie,
They-
you're okay with it, right? You give it like a what, like a 7, 8?
I gave it
Did
an
you
8
really
out of
enjoy
10.
it? You know, but I think you're just being biased because there's a Latino villain. That's all.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm just fucking with JD. Calm down. Holy shit, breathe, bro.
The hell?
they don't mess with him, man. He's gonna pull out his pet rooster. And he's gonna shoot him to death.
I give it like a 6.5. Maybe okay. It's as good as to me as Black Adam. They're both kind of like running mates.
I made
to
a poll about it, and lots of people said Black Adam was better.
Yeah, I can't believe I liked Black Adam better.
Yeah.
No, I have no problem shitting on Namor and his people. I mean, the underwater stuff for me was like, what the fuck? Like it was like it was like, look, I don't know why they didn't have any shots like during daylight to see if anything would like glisten or anything was like more beautiful, but it was like more.
It was just dark as fuck,
it was
bro.
dark.
It was dark. Not only that, like I thought it was cool. I liked it making fun of them riding whales and shit. And that first battle on the bridge, that first battle on the bridge was dope with the motorcycle chase and the Hemikuda. That was I love that scene. But we're not tapping into it all. You're just gonna be like Namor's just be like, this is what happened to my people. We had this flower and it's blue and we turned blue and now we breathe water. Show me how you built the civilization. That's what people want to see. How'd you get that tunnel that can make you go from the top of the ocean to the bottom of the ocean in 30 seconds? You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. They didn't even show how they developed that technology or how the vibranium. I almost said adamantium. How the vibranium even got there.
I mean, they did tell us how vibranium got there. As
another meteorite. That's it.
Like, well, also as if you know, like how meteorites come down on. It obviously splits, so it splits into parts. So it's not just one huge meteorite comes down.
Well, like a piece of it could have like floated together.
Okay, yeah. So that no, that's how the vibranium gets there. But now show me how you develop technology out of that, because I did like the line where he said, "I have more soldiers on my army than this land of yours has twigs and leaves." I was like, damn. Like he's letting the queen know I have foot soldiers for days. Okay, but how did you get them? They could have went a little, unless they're saving that for like the name. Are they making a Namor, another movie with Namor in it? Or is he going to tie into the? I'm sure he'll tie into Phase 5 somehow, but like they really should have. That I think might be why I'm bothered by this movie. They're not showing me enough of how they developed this technology and how his army got so big and.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, you can apply that same thing to a Wakanda, the same thing as well. It's like, how did he get to this place after the meteor, right? I mean, all you can assume is after centuries of their civilization growing, expanding, and learning more. I mean, that's all you can assume, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta read the super chat real quick. Blue Jay for $5 just saying even I thought the film was, even though I thought the film was good, it didn't need to be 160 minutes long. In the absence of Chadwick starts to make the film suffer a bit. I like the first.
I love the first one, and I wish they would have touched on Chadwick more. You know, not Chadwick, but T'Challa. But I get it. And are we doing spoilers?
Oh yeah. This is spoiler stream. Yeah,
because I can't stand how they used Killmonger. I hate it. What a waste of a Michael B. Jordan cameo. I mean, he still sounded like Killmonger, but there could have been so much more to that. And I still don't understand why, if you already dealing with one death, she lost her brother in the movie world, and they lost T'Challa, okay, and then they're gonna kill off Angela too. Like what?
No. So I think the reason they did that is to really hit home the message of vengeance, and especially, and like the fact that like she really has nobody left. So like, could she fall to the dark side? Could she go full Killmonger? Could she really let that vengeance consume her heart and just swallow her up whole and turn her into a different, more evil?
Well, her picking the Killmonger one was, I thought that was pretty rad. The black and gold. I did like the fight on. The fight was really cool, man. Even though she got her ass whipped for like 60-70% of that fight, she got fucked up. You know, Namor is really strong. I did like when she cut his wing off of his ankle. That was pretty dope. But I knew they were. I kind of knew they were going to choose peace, but then, and even the end was kind of jumbled when they're like, you know, Okoye goes and breaks out Agent fucking. I call him Agent Bilbo because that's where I remember him from. Bilbo
Goddamn
Baggins.
Agent Bilbo.
Yeah, Agent Bilbo, and fucking they show Riri go back to school and all that stuff, but it just seemed like I don't know. It seemed forced, man. I don't know, man. I'm bummed, man. I really wanted to enjoy this movie. I really wanted to like it more. Now, there was a lot of parts in it that I really did thought hit home. They were cool, even the emotional stuff. That first fight scene, I liked the first fight scene with just Okoye and Riri, and that first Iron Man mech was kind of janky as shit. But I like that first fight scene more than I like the end battle.
I asked Max to come on, but he doesn't want to. He pussied out of the debate. So
I really expected Max to like this movie. That's weird that we both feel the same about it. I don't know, man. I just hate this story. I don't like this story. I don't like it. It's fresh in my head right now. I'm playing it back in my head right now, all the stuff I liked, but I liked maybe 45 minutes of a 2 hour and 45-minute movie.
okay, well that's again.
Oh, and by the way, it's just me because I'm old and crusty, but I hate this fucking soundtrack. I don't like this music at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. The only good, the one at the end, the Rihanna one was dope. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got pumped when she drank the blue juice and oh, okay, Black Panther's coming, and when she drops into Mbaku's tribe and all that, but it just felt, I don't know. I just felt this movie fell flat, man, for me, and that's a bummer because I really wanted to love this movie. And now to find out it's also not probably gonna. I mean, it'll probably just break even.
Oh, it's gotta do more than break even. Come on now.
It's got to make $650 million to break even. I think they said.
Probably less than that.
It's a $200 million budget. It has to make $450, but break even. They said.
Okay, then so yeah, definitely break even.
So yeah,
it's already made $330 million this weekend.
I know. I hope next week it stays on top. I mean, it will stay on top, but I hope next week it brings in like almost the same numbers because right now it's tracking below. It's on par with Love and Thunder. Like they're neck and neck with each other. You know, like.
I think this movie might have better legs than Love and Thunder. Though.
I hope so.
We'll see.
I hope it has legs like Doctor Strange did, but I don't think it's going to beat Doctor Strange. You know,
Doctor Strange didn't make $1 billion, so it's like I don't know. So that's why I said it's hard to predict. It really depends.
Yeah, but it knocked on that $1 billion door. What was it 960?
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, Shuri's staying Black Panther. That's not changing. Like y'all.
Well, it's not going to change.
That's
it's
not
going to change, and it's
they aren't
for now, but it's going when
for a while. It's
when
not changing for a while.
When Toussaint is older, like because at the age of 10, I believe is your rite of passage to become the Black Panther. So we'll see.
Well, yeah, sure, he's not going to stay as Black Panther, but at least he's going to stay as Black Panther for like another movie or two.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, and then you'll see the Sun take over.
Yeah. And also, yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I'd rather not cause anything.
Cause anything?
No, I don't think any movie's beaten Top Gun this year except for Avatar. I think Top Gun.
We'll see. Avatar. I think it's gonna be great. I don't know. I don't know what kind of numbers it's gonna do.
But wait, I'm confused for one thing though. Was M'Baku basically implying that he and Shuri have to like have kids?
No.
Where'd you get that idea? The funeral scene?
No, when Ramonda's dead, he comes to her and talks about betrothing.
No, he's talking about advising her. What are you talking about?
Okay,
I don't remember any betrothing.
What the hell? No. He was talking about like your brother. Your brother asked me to look out for you and advise you.
Okay.
Yeah,
thought I heard something
there's
else.
none about
Okay.
like them getting together. No.
I was like, whoa, okay, like, okay.
No, I think Mark. I think T'Challa Jr. is being set up to be the new Black Panther and be a main Avenger.
Who was M'Baku challenging at the end of the movie?
Shuri for
Shuri,
Queen of
she
Wakanda, for ruler of Wakanda.
No, he's not challenging Shuri now, because as he said, Shuri cannot make it. The Black Panther cannot make it. Now, who wants to challenge?
So
for the
who's king?
throne?
Who's king of Wakanda?
M'Baku right now is the king of Wakanda, but who wants to take the throne away from me?
Oh, he was asking people who wanted to challenge him.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was implying.
No,
that,
it was
like,
implied because
I thought.
Shuri's the protector of Wakanda now, and M'Baku is the king of Wakanda right now.
How?
That's what that was implying.
I don't know. They should have made it more clear. Then.
See what I mean? That's what I mean. This movie's so convoluted because I thought, look, she was the princess. Her mom died. That makes her the queen. How does M'Baku get any kind of clout? He's got his own nation, his own tribe in that nation. You know what I mean? Like, how would he even become king?
I mean, the same rules as the royal challenge thing, and obviously Shuri didn't show up for that, so it assumes that he would have to fight anyone else who wants to fight him for the throne.
And well, also, who knows if Shuri was like, I'm not ready to become royal, like the leader of this nation, but you are. So you take this position while I'll take the protector position. Like honestly, I feel like if they added that scene, then it would have been much clearer what the end. But
yeah, because I thought it was like a joke kind of thing where it's like, oh, Shuri's taking her place, but like you know, expected like I thought that was the joke that M'Baku was there to challenge Shuri as an homage to the first movie. I thought that's what they were going with.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, who's he challenging? You know, like, I guess his shit we'll find out later. I don't know. There's a lot of things in here that felt, I don't know, just felt.
I just realized that what Kenny just said.
So if Shuri, someone challenges Shuri, has to lose her powers and fight a man. Actually, yes, she would. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. She's like, I would die against M'Baku, like. So that's probably why she gave up. She was like, you know what, you can have it. Go challenge.
Yeah, it's not.
Person.
Yeah, I mean, she barely beat Namor with the powers of the Black Panther. So
yeah, well, at the same time, I mean, Namor is as strong as the Hulk and Thor. So, like, yeah, I mean, has the Black Panther ever gone up against Hulk or Thor? No. So
I know. She weakened him. Remember, she weakened him.
I know Ryan said that, but I didn't really see it within the film itself how strong he really was.
He was grabbing helicopters and shot him midair and flinging him around. That was pretty
and
dope,
also,
you know?
Was it Everett or M'Baku said he's as strong as Thor or Hulk?
No, M'Baku said who appears to be as strong as the Hulk. That's what he said to the tribe.
Yeah.
The argument in the tribal council at the beginning, and like Okoye was talking shit. And he's like, "You bald-headed demon."
I love that.
That shit made me laugh.
M'Baku was hilarious in this movie.
Again, they should have used him more. I don't know why he was barely in the movie.
Yeah, they should.
So weird.
Which
oh shit!
What?
This is some not. I'm not gonna play the clip. But I got some really sad breaking news. Jay Leno is in the hospital right now after being severely injured in a car accident and car fire.
Oh, shit.
He does drive a lot of those crazy fucking cars, man. He's got a crazy car collection.
Saying Jay Leno's hospitalized now with serious injuries after a car fire.
Wow.
Damn.
But yeah, I actually agree with what Grace was saying. Like, she was just kind of saying it wrong. I get what she was trying to say. She's saying that all this political bullshit is starting to spill over into the actual movies we watch to the point that it's like literally.
Well, no, it's just because people are just assholes and always try to do a fight. It's the audience's fault, not the movie's fault. It's because everybody like wants to like judge shit and be like, oh, is this woke? Is this bad? Just promote my values, you know? People just want to see like, I don't know. I feel like people just want to escape into echo chambers lately. It's kind of the issue we're at right now.
So Marvel doing so much so quick though. Like, I mean, Phase 4, man, they pumped out a lot of shit in Phase 4, but a lot of it was just like, hey man, shut up. You know, that's like kind of what they were telling people. Shut up. We're gonna do it our way, and that's fine. And I think that I don't know. It doesn't help when you got 5 or 6 different people going viral for telling motherfuckers, don't you go see Wakanda open weekend if you're white. That shit does get out there, man, when it goes viral like that. Like that shit was corny as fuck, man. And then those clips went viral. Like
No,
but
just
then you
because
got
some people said
motherfuckers
doesn't mean it's
lying.
everyone.
But then you got motherfuckers lying. Did you see the one guy that typed into Geeks and Gamers and was like, I went and the Mexicans were picking on me and the Hispanics were picking on me, the black people were
Yeah,
wrecking
they're
on-"
stupid.
And I'm just
They're
like,
stupid.
and they all stood up and clapped. That's what I felt like saying. And they all, because that's like that shit you used to read on Facebook where like some guy gave away his paycheck on the bus and it's all bullshit. Like, I'm just like, this is not happening. But the mainstream media was kind of like pumping like these TikTokers up, and I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you why it dropped from 35% white to 20 to drop 15% over the course of one movie. I don't know why that happened. Like, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It just I understood where Grace was coming from, but then when she was like, I hate the MCU, I hate that name, the MCU, but it does kind of seem like they're pumping out too many females all at once. That like, and I don't know. I dig female leads though. That's me though. I dig female leads. So
Well, I think people need to stop being babies. That's what I say. I honestly don't care. I just watch something I'm interested in. I don't care who's the lead. If it's a good story, it's a good story.
right, but you yourself admit they didn't have enough M'Baku in it.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Like they should have been more in Baku, but
There has to be a balance, man. There needs to be a balance.
Well, I
Otherwise,
thought I didn't mind it as much though, Chris, because we had Namor, and I thought Namor was a really compelling character. Like, but if you didn't like Namor, then yeah, I could see you being like, I don't know.
I didn't like the way they used him.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
I liked Namor and how he was used in the movie, so I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that personally.
But I hope people go out and see this movie. I hope and I really hope that I'm glad that people that did enjoy like my favorite. Honestly, I think my favorite little snippet there at the end was when they showed Cherie putting his necklace on him, T'Challa's necklace on him.
Mm-hmm.
That real iconic. I was like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, this scene's getting me. And the beginning was rough, the funeral and shit, and I don't know when the casket.
No, it's a heavy movie. It's not a movie you can just sit back and enjoy. Like eat your popcorn. Don't think about. Like it's a very emotional. Very
no, you're
cathartic,
feeling him not there
movie.
the whole movie. You're like feeling him not there the whole movie. I wish I would have liked this movie more. I was even trying to trick myself into coming out of the theater. I was trying to Phantom Menace myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be like, oh, this Star Wars movie is okay. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to do that with this Wakanda one, but it just I don't know. It's like a 6 for me. I'm really disappointed in the story.
Blue Jay here for a $2 super chat. Thank you. So, what do we think of Phase 4 as a whole now that it's over? I'll go first, and then we'll go around the horn. I think Phase 4 is definitely the weakest phase thus far. But not for a lack of bad per se. I just think a lot of it was
because you don't have your main ones that started it all. You don't have your Iron Man. You don't have your Captain America.
Well, no, what I was gonna say is that
you don't have the Fab Five.
Well, what I was gonna say though is that Phase 4 was just a lot of setup and experimentation. The issue is that it's a lot of standalone stories and a lot of different plot threads being set up with no real cohesion or direction in terms of where is this all going.
And
you're setting up a lot to bat, but we're not swinging the bat yet. You know what I mean?
The standalones always do a little less better than the team up movies do anyway.
Mm-hmm. And I think there was just too much. I think there's just a little there's just way too much. I thought that they really got to cut back on Disney Plus. They really do. I think they got to come back on Disney Plus and do like one less movie a year. They're not going to, but they should.
Oh,
Consider
the
that.
weaponry though was also dope. I
Mm.
forgot that was my favorite part of the movie. Actually, the I guess we'll call them Atlanteans, even though those grenades that hold like
Oh yeah, the
grenades.
grenades were cool. Yeah, I
those
agree.
were dope as shit. That hold the ocean inside them.
Yeah,
Like that shit was. I thought I was like, dude, that's dope. Like that's really. It looked good on screen too, man.
Caden, how do you feel about Phase 4? Oh wait, hold on. Jarbo's here. It's Matthew Jabroni. What's up, Matthew Jabroni?
I was able to get away for a few minutes, and so I can jump in and
What do you think of my thumbnail?
I think it's a funny thumbnail. I think that's always a good meme. I mean, I haven't heard your arguments about why you think Wakanda Forever is good. I'm sure they're bad, but I mean,
so just to recap, you did not like this movie.
I did not like the movie. Okay, so I said it was okay, right? And in my mind, okay is obviously like a 7.5 out of 10, but it's one that like it was okay, but it had what really took me out of it was are we doing spoilers? Can we talk spoilers?
Spoilers. Yes.
Okay. The fact that T'Challa died in the same way in the movie that he did in real life, I thought was really bad.
Oh, yeah, I just thought about that. That's way on the nose.
The scene was really good, right? Like Angela Bassett was like, damn, like she was amazing throughout the entire movie. But that scene where it's like he has a mysterious illness he didn't tell anybody about, he dies, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Like, I mean, like, look, it's like it hurt when he died. It hurt a lot of people when he died. But to go back and
that wound,
you gotta, it's been 2 years, and people are already going to be raw going into this movie, and that's how you choose to start the film. Like, it's a powerful scene, but you could have been like cardiac arrest or something else or whatever. It didn't need to be this mysterious illness he told nobody about. It could have been like anything could have happened, and they could have done it in a way that was better. And I feel like in many instances the visuals were subpar for what Marvel can accomplish. This movie had enough of a development time that I don't think it needed to get bogged down necessarily by the crunch. There was just like, there's just it's really a lot of little things that got me. Like when Riri Williams is designing her suit, why is it we only see her pounding out the iron, the heart out of iron, but yet that's not even anywhere on her costume? The heart is there, but like not like the bolted on iron that we saw her pound out in the trailer.
I didn't pay attention. Wasn't like her arc reactor in the shape of a heart?
Yeah, it was, but it's like, but what we see her doing is like in the trailer, you watch her pounding out the heart, right? So it's Ironheart. And then in the movie, in the montage of them getting ready for the final battle, we see her twice developing her suit, and both times, if I recall correctly, are her more or less pounding out that heart.
Yeah, and picking some gears out. That's it.
And that's like about it. And you're like, and she like, because the whole thing is like she had developed everything for the metallurgy, for the vibranium detector, like out of just like pieces and parts, right? So everything about her is cobbled together. Everything about what she can do is cobbled together. And what they give her is this suit that has like dual air vents on it. And then she flies under the water, and she's done no testing on the suit.
Well, she had that one. She had her first suit, right?
She had her first. Yeah, she had the Mark 1. Fine, she had the Mark 1, but at the same time, it's like they had like a day to get ready for like Namor.
He gave him like a week.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of write that off as just comic book stuff. Like it's like you got to get.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm not, RJ, and I don't. Well, hold on. I don't want people to think I'm saying we didn't see her like train. That's not at all what I'm talking about.
Talk about all that.
No, because there was complaints about like Shuri. Oh, Shuri's gonna be Black Panther, but we're not going to see her train. Or I think who was it? Was it Soups who said that or something? Like
that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. She's from Wakanda. She's been training her whole life. Plus she drank the blue juice.
Yeah, like, and I really enjoyed Dominique Thorne's performance in the movie. I did. I thought she was good.
All the acting in the movie I thought was tremendous.
Yeah, I
All
liked
the
Sure,
it,
acting.
there wasn't.
for a
Well, the only
2 hour
bad
and
acting, there's
45 minutes.
one, but
here's
Who
what
was
I
the
want.
wait? Hold on. Who was the bad? What was the bad acting?
Denai Guerrera, Okoye was bad. Okoye was bad. That was bad. It was bad.
Not the
It was-
acting. You can like
No,
just get the
she
writing
look.
choices,
She
not
did
the
the best
acting.
that she did the best that she could with what she was given. But like they turned her character into a joke.
Yeah, they
turned her
did her
character
dirty,
into a
bro.
joke.
They did her dirty, so dirty. I
It's
literally
all like-
just got back from the movie, literally.
She
And
became
that's
a
the
midnight
part that
angel.
bothers
Though.
me
She
the
gets to be a
most.
midnight angel. You didn't introduce that.
Yeah, but even before then too, it's all like, you know, the Dora Milaje are bound by duty, and then to get like shafted by the queen when it's like she's been her number 2
Because she's
during
having
like
a bad
the 5
day.
years.
Well, dude, she thought that Okoye basically led to the death of her last child. I mean, imagine how she's feeling in that moment, especially because she mentions like you stood by Killmonger and thought that was your duty, while I had to go back to M'Baku's tribe for help. Like, trust me, I've let a lot of things go when it comes to you, and you may have just gotten my daughter killed. I'm done. I'm not giving you another chance.
That was see, here's the thing though, but they're overlooking the fact that like they spent 5 years together during the blip. They were together.
That was the point of that thing, was saying we spent so much time together in these past 5 couple years that I like you gained my trust back, and now you let my daughter get kidnapped and possibly murdered. And now
I think if they would have explained that, it would have been a little bit different, but they didn't.
They kind of did with the undertones of that scene, though. Like
no, come on, Caden.
Yes,
the undertones, no, because she mentions Killmonger, but not, and then that's the only reference that we have is Killmonger, not anything involving the blip. You could argue the undertones because we know the story, but what they presented on screen was not the best. What they said in that moment, I understand Angela Bassett's anger in that moment. I get the character. I understand all of that, but I feel it's like with Okoye in the Dora Milaje, like they've done everything that they felt they had. If T'Challa had trusted Okoye after what happened with Killmonger because he understood, then that should translate over to what the mother does as well. And I think that's the big problem with that scene or that character. It's like they turn her into a joke. There's multiple comments about her wardrobe and about her makeup, and then like calling her head ashy. And I understand that's a Black culture thing, but it's like
it's still cringe.
It was cringe. The way they handled it was cringe. Like Okoye, I know they're trying to soften Okoye, and I love the actress. I think she's amazing. I love her in Walking Dead. Michonne's great. I love her in these movies too. But it's like they just totally underserved the character, and I feel they needed someone to be the fall guy, and they made her the fall guy. Her and Everett Ross, they were just really underutilized in the movie.
Even after she explained to the queen, listen, I killed 3 of these motherfuckers, and they got right back up. I've never fought anything this strong before in my life. All she really did was talk the queen into, hey, maybe I should bring her with me and do her something good to get out of the house. You know what I mean? But even Angela Bassett, the queen, was afraid of Namor. Because when he said, don't go running your mouth to nobody or else, she kept her fucking mouth shut, didn't she?
Wow, Eddie. Wow. You little troll, I swear.
Wakanda. I don't think the movie's not woke by any metric.
It's comment. He said I didn't know I clicked on the StreamYard link for Friday Night Tights.
Oh, dude. I'll tell you this though. I feel like the movie needed to be shaved down.
Did you like Namor?
Dude, Namor was lit, man. Namor was good. I liked him.
I liked what he used him. I don't know. There's so many things in that movie. For a 2 hour and 45 minute movie, there were so many little things that felt so rushed. Like not showing how the Atlanteans got their technology, not showing Riri actually build the Iron Man suit, just turning fucking Okoye into a joke like that. So where'd all that other time go? Into parts of the story that nobody gives a shit about.
So did you catch the line though when the FBI raided Riri's garage? The guy's like, "Oh shit, she's got an Iron Man suit."
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought that was good. I thought that was funny.
That was funny.
But unfortunately, look, the thing is, like, okay, so as far as like a personal story goes, like this movie very much, I think, accomplished what it set out to do. Right? Like you're looking at it from the perspective of like this is a group of people who lost someone so close to them, and they're reeling with it, and there's grief. completely. I think they covered that. But I think
and it does transfer to the screen. It does.
It does.
I
Yeah,
felt
it does.
I felt it.
Like, I mean, even though Letitia Wright, I think, was probably like one of the weaker parts of the film. Shuri,
One of the
She
weakest. I
carried the
thought
whole
she
movie.
was
What
like
are you
she
nah,
carried
it was Angela Bassett carried the movie.
Angela
Shuri-
steals every scene she's ever been
No,
in.
but
That's a given.
dude,
Shuri,
the
Shuri
movie,
was
the movie asks
okay.
a
She was.
lot of Letitia Wright. Like they ask a
She was.
lot of her.
Yeah, there was a
upbringing.
bit more. We needed more Nakia than we needed Letitia Wright.
Yeah,
But
okay, I'll agree with
you
that.
know, like I mean, I get
Lupita.
the story that they're going for. They have to do the transfer of power to somebody in the royal bloodline. She's the last one. She's donned the suit in the comics as well, right? We know all that. So that's not the problem. The bigger issue is just the fact that it's like the movie was so personal that I think it really kind of undercut the fact that it's a movie and the fact that it's designed to be part of a larger story. This as a cap off to phase 4 for all of its hits and misses, you know, like I don't even really feel like this is not the top movie of phase 4.
It's not.
You know, I just rewatched Doctor Strange 2 last night, and man, that was great. I forgot how good that was.
If I had to pick like the crowning achievement of phase 4, it's without a doubt Eternals.
What?
I'm kidding.
Well, Matt, you haven't seen
it's
Eternals yet,
obviously
so
I haven't seen
my-
it. I can't say shit. I haven't seen Eternals yet.
my favorite is I really thought Shang-Chi was just super fun, and that Werewolf by Night. I really love those two things from phase 4 the most. But after that would be Doctor Strange. For sure.
I think Loki was up there really high as well.
Well,
I really
Matt, just to get it back around, like now that this movie's out and released, how do you feel overall about Phase 4? Garnering most reactions, it's pretty mixed. A lot of people are not happy with this phase.
people aren't happy because they don't understand what's happening, and people fear what they don't understand.
Well, I think some people get it. Some people.
I
don't.
enjoy Phase 4. I knew they.
I think it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but I understand this was a resetting kind of period.
Yeah, this was going to be. I mean, look, they had the thing is that Phase 4 was condensed into 2 years when it should have been 3. That's the truth of it.
Well,
it also probably needed a team up movie to tie everything together too.
At least, well, isn't that technically what Doctor Strange kind of was? You know
no,
what I mean?
not really. No.
I mean, like even Thor wasn't really like that either.
No,
I mean,
there's no team movie or like movie that was meant to like tie everything together a little bit to give us a clear direction.
I don't know. You know what though? I forgot. I keep forgetting because I'm so stuck in Sony.
Well,
brain.
isn't like Eternals like
No
the
Way
only team up
Home.
movie?
No Way Home was probably the best thing to come out of Phase 4.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
The thing with No Way Home though is that it's kind of in its own little pocket thing.
It feels like a Sony project. It really does.
Well, now that we don't know, well, I mean, I'm now hearing that there's reports that Tom Holland signed a deal. I saw that floating around Twitter from I think My Time to Shine. So take that with a cocaine rock size grain of salt.
Oh yeah. Of course.
And so I have no idea, but I have a feeling the thing is we're going to find out more soon from all this stuff. But I think looking at Black Panther as a whole, I really loved the first movie. I really did. What dawned on me as I was watching Wakanda Forever was at the end of the movie when it shows like the tribute to Chadwick, I was like, that's what's missing. And it's like
the first thing I said when I got in here, Maddie, was like the beginning. No music when they did the Marvel intro, and it was just all Chadwick. I loved that.
Oh, that was great.
That was fucking great. And the way it ended was great.
Yeah, no, they did. Like, I don't have a problem with the T'Challa Jr. thing. Although when I talk about the whole like why I think they should have recast T'Challa, and I stand by that. People were like, "Oh, they did recast T'Challa," and I'm like, "Dude, come on!" Like 1-800.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the Prince T'Challa.
Well,
I was talking about the flashbacks that she had.
Basically, what they did was they didn't want to do a recast, but they're like, "Here, let's throw a bone in people who wanted T'Challa."
This could not have been easy for
that kid. Will get aged up and become the new T'Challa. Like that's their intention.
And here's the thing with that though. If you want my honest take at this point would be to leave Wakanda behind. I think the story is done. And I know that's not what a lot of people.
Wakanda behind. It's a world power in the world.
It's a world power, but you don't have to focus on those characters. And the reality of it is that they want to, they are now more isolated than they were before. And that was
too late to say that. They're already making a Disney Plus show. All that stuff. Like they're telling more.
Sure.
Stories.
I mean, no, I'm just saying it's like they can do whatever they want with it, but it's like at the end of it, when you walk away from Wakanda Forever, you're not left going, okay, so the next phase, like this does not come across as like
The end of
a
phase
movie that
4. Yeah.
it's gonna be. Yeah, it comes across as like this is an ending. And that was the biggest problem with it. Is like what they should have done is they should have just like recast T'Challa, told the story they wanted to tell, honored Chadwick and that legacy, and then move forward. Because at the end of the day, sadness aside, you're still serving a larger purpose. You're still serving a larger story. But the thing is you could tell that the filmmakers and like Nate Moore and Kevin Feige, they were all so close to the project that they couldn't see the forest through the trees. You know what I mean? Like they were blinded by it.
Well, I said
And
that. It just feels like Ryan
Well, I
Coogler might have
mean,
been too
it's
close.
understandable though. I mean, they've never had to go through a situation. I mean, this is a very
Sure,
difficult
sure.
situation to go
It is
through.
very difficult, but here's the thing. In the comics, no one ever dies. So if an actor dies, you replace him. That's kind of the whole point of this whole thing. Chadwick, and again, that sounds callous. I understand that. And I'm not
No, but it's still a
necessarily meaning
business. It's still a
it's
business.
still a business. And I think from the story perspective, which is where I'm coming at it from, and from a business perspective, I think it would have been better for them to do it another way. That being said, what we got was a mixed bag of rushed visual effects shots, a very undercooked main storyline.
Yeah, that's what I hated the most. I hated the storyline.
It was like
it's all over the
was
place.
it was everywhere. Like, and then when they needed to cut away to give the audience room to breathe, they bring in Everett Ross, who I love, Martin Freeman, and then they bring Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who
What the fuck is Valentina even doing there?
Oh no, that's all Thunderbolt setup. That's all Thunderbolt.
Well, that's
stuff,
that's clearly set up for the future. We
it
get
feels
all that
tacked
stuff.
on. I'm sorry, it feels tacked on.
It did feel. In fact, I've seen a lot of op-eds this weekend that have written about how that was like the worst part of the movie, or that was Marvel giving into its worst machinations. Was cutting.
If you had to cut 10 to 15 minutes out of the movie, you could have cut out.
And I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus and everything she's been in. Even when the scene at the end of when Florence Pugh and she blows her nose when they're at Black Widow's grave, I laugh at that. That's funny because it's like she's not crying. She's like, oh my god, these allergies. Because you know what I mean. I like Julia Louis-Dreyfus and everything, but I didn't like her in this, man. I didn't.
Well,
like
you know what? The cell brings up a good point. They never recast Heath Ledger, even though the story kind of demanded that as well.
Yet,
there's
been
they didn't recast Heath Ledger, but they also, the only part they would have had for him would have been what they wanted in the third film.
Well, remember though, they completely redid the third film though because he passed away. Like a lot of the ideas they had.
No, they shouldn't have done. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. The Dark Knight Rises absolutely fails in comparison to the Dark Knight. If you want to use that as an example, it only further backs my point that they chose to go back and retool things in a way that provided a lesser product.
I'm really bummed, honestly, man, because I'm just now getting home. I went to the earlier showing of it today, so I wouldn't get any more spoilers. And I really wanted to love this movie, and it was just a meh for me. Meh. It was the parts I did like, though. I loved, especially the acting. The acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, for me at least, I liked the movie. I do think that it was about 10, 15 minutes too long. I would have cut some of that runtime down a little bit because it gets a little too long in the tooth. But overall, I felt like the emotional beats really hit. I thought the acting performances were great. I loved Namor. I think there's enough highs in the movie to where I really enjoy it. Is it as good as the first one? Probably not, but it's a very different kind of movie from the first one. But overall, I couldn't say I liked the movie. I thought in terms of accomplishing what they set out to do, I thought they excelled at it.
Outside of the acting, this movie was fundamentally a letdown in every other capacity. The action, look, it's a Black Panther movie. You want action. The action was pretty bad. Like it wasn't good.
The first fight scene, the opening fight scene, action scene was better than the ending one.
I thought the action was fine in this movie. Honestly, I wouldn't call it bad.
I don't think there was enough of it, man. I don't think
there wasn't. Like they're on the bridge.
They're
on a bridge.
A debate. There's a debate to be had whether or not there's enough action. But I thought what action was there was great. I like.
Well, the fact that the Talikins barely they were basically unkillable. And then they're fighting all the Wakandans on the ship. And like at the end, all the Wakandans are basically dead outside of like 5. And it's just like, okay, what? Like, sure, fine, whatever. It's just stupid. Okay. For me, again, the visual effects, like the green screen was so bad in so many scenes. Like you can just tell it's just like I don't know if it was a pickup shot or whatever, but like you can just tell that it's green screen. The very first shot of M'Baku in the movie is green screen, and it's like
Well,
it
to be
just
fair, Matt, I mean, this has been an issue all through Phase 4. I mean, God, rewatching Love and Thunder, holy shit, some of those VFX are bad, like really bad.
I'm afraid that's what's going to happen with the new Ant-Man.
Well, no. Well, the thing with the new Ant-Man though is again, Thor: Love and Thunder was the first Marvel movie to be shot using the volume.
And it was not done well. It's the problem.
It did have. Well, I was rewatching it again last night. I think they fixed some stuff because it did look a little bit better. I could tell that it was the volume, but it's like there's a difference. So when you look at the volume versus when you look at like two characters that are clearly placed against a green screen, and it becomes this whole thing of like, why is this happening? Like it just like there's a scene with Shuri and Nakia where they're against a green screen, and you can totally tell.
Yeah, there's only a couple, like the last shot of Okoye when she pulls open the door. It's like, yeah, it's a green screen. Okay.
And
Yeah.
but like
Or-
what me
or
and Eddie
what
were
about-
saying, you couldn't see shit underwater.
You couldn't see shit underwater.
anything
Well, I was
underwater.
which
gonna
I
ask you
know is
guys-
realistic, but at the same
Well-
time, it's
well,
like
let me ask you guys real quick. How is the lighting on your screens? Because I felt there was a lot of points.
It was
the
dark,
screen
and
was way too
dark.
dark, and I couldn't
but
see.
but
shit.
RJ, that's across the board, which means that is something that's in the movie.
That's, the way it
That's
was
not a
filmed.
bulb issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a. It's like when you watch the Kenobi, and the fight scene between Vader and Kenobi was really dark and weird and shit because that's how they shot it, and they screwed up when they shot it, and they didn't go back and fix it for some reason. But like these say this was an actual problem. Like again, that's what I'm saying here is like Ryan. Again, controversial opinion, but I stand by it. Ryan Coogler should not have directed this movie. He shouldn't have.
I said
I-
that too. I said
just
that
don't- I
he
just
should have
don't
either
think you can
waited
do
or
that.
got somebody else because he's too close to the.
Well, but RJ, he doesn't own the character.
Well, right,
He did-
but he also signed a producer deal and all this with those characters and all
Of
this.
course,
and that.
I
He
think if they
created-
would
he
have brought
created that
somebody
world.
else,
Like logistically, there was just no way they were going to do a sequel.
and I
without
think
him.
if they would have brought
No
somebody
way.
else in, Matt, motherfuckers would have freaked out. Honestly, I think.
Oh,
people
dude.
would
Oh,
have-
yeah.
People would have freaked out regardless. But at the end of the day, it's like ask yourself, like, if I were Feige, and again, put it on the business hat, I would have gone to Ryan and asked, like, are you sure you can do this? Because that's the thing. You as a person who leads the team need to determine whether or not you are in the right headspace to be able to handle a project of this size. And the thing is, like, Coogler is really good at doing like dramas, and he did really good by turning this movie into a drama. But the thing is, though, where it needs to serve the larger audience is where he failed. And that is the effects, the fighting, the action. I mean, even Ludwig Göransson did better on the first. Even his score wasn't that great.
I
Well, I
didn't
feel
like
like
the
the score
music
was
on this
de-
at
well,
all.
I
I
feel
didn't like the
score was
soundtrack or the score.
de-emphasized in this movie as well. So
What were the
Yeah.
well, who are the other two Dora Milaje actresses? The one that they're a couple.
I think one of them's Florence.
Even they fucking
uh,
killed it.
and
Even they
Michelle-
killed it in this movie.
Michaela
You know what I
Cole.
mean?
Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah. And Nekia, right? Her name is Nekia, whatever.
Even they
Yeah,
killed it in this
yeah.
movie, but I didn't like the
Anika.
soundtrack either or the score.
Yeah, no, like again, the acting was fine. Like the acting was like predominantly like knocked it out of the park in every scene. Like you had some people do better. Like I feel Winston Duke, like 9 times out of 10 was just kind of like wasted in the scenes he
They
was in.
should have used
Again,
him a lot more. I'm not
they
sure
should
why
have.
he
His
was so
dialogue was also
de-emphasized.
bad. Like the scene between him and Shuri having the conversation, like at the mom's funeral, I really enjoyed that. And I think Winston Duke is a fantastic actor, and I really, really, really like him as M'Baku. I think a lot of us were saying, "Hey, make M'Baku Black Panther." Like I think a lot of us were saying that following the death of
you
Well,
can't
hold
do
on.
that,
Let me.
though,
Can I
'cause he
talk about
worships a
this?
different
Can I
god,
talk about
though.
this comment right here?
Well, I was gonna read it real quick. So
Yeah, because I
Saxon
disagree.
says Disney and Kevin and Wack Feige are hypocrites. They said it was too soon for T'Challa to be recast, but they just recast General Ross only 5 months after William Hurt died, and Derek Bozeman supported recast T'Challa.
T'Challa is a main character, a main hero. Okay, Ross is just a supporting character, and I love William Hurt.
We just
Don't
got
get me wrong.
confirmation today that Thunderbolt Ross is going to be becoming Red Hulk in the Thunderbolts movie, and Harrison Ford will be playing him and doing the mocap stuff.
Yeah,
So-
Namor confirmed on the press junket for this movie that Harrison Ford's bat
Is it John Hurt or William Hurt? Well, they're both
William
the
Hurt,
same, right?
William
Yeah,
Hurt.
I loved
Yeah.
him. I remember him all. Matt, I remember him all the way back from fucking.
But listen, I will.
The Big
yeah.
Chill.
Right.
You know what I
No,
mean? I go back with that dude, but he's a supporting character. You know what I mean? He's got very small roles up until now.
Yeah, but here's the. I understand if some people are going to be upset though, because I'm like, okay, yeah, they did recast this character, but not this one. Like, I guess if you were like, "Hey, that's kind of messed up," like, what's
I'll
the
bet
difference?
you
They both died.
I'll bet you that the thought of them recasting T'Challa at this soon never even crossed their mind. I bet they sat at the table for 2 seconds and said, "Okay, we're gonna replace Chadwick," and Al went, "Nope," and that was that. That was into that conversation. Later on down the line, maybe, but and for a long time, I was against it. Now I'm kind of okay with it after talking to Ashley a lot, but I'm still not sure how I feel about them recasting T'Challa. I don't know. I don't know. That's a rough one, man. Coogler had everything against him on this. That's why I'm giving the movie the benefit of the doubt, and I really wanted to enjoy it. I'm so mad I didn't love this movie. I mean, I liked it enough, but for the most part, this is a big disappointment to me. That's a bummer. I really wanted to love this movie.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's just like, it's okay if people feel differently about it. I mean, like I said, the titles are like the thumbnails a meme, but
Well, it's
in all
weird though too,
seriousness,
RJ, because I like some dog shit. I do, man. Nobody likes Hawkeye. I love it. Nobody likes She-Hulk. I love it. You know what I mean? And I know they're not great.
I tried defending She-Hulk, but as I went along, like the finale, I just thought was just, oh god.
I know these are not great movies. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Shang-Chi as much as I did. You know, like I get it, but they can't all be No Way Home. They can't all be Infinity War. You know, they can't all be the original Iron
That's
Man.
fine. Like, listen, I think Ant-Man's gonna be great. I'm very much looking forward to
I
it.
hope, man, because the second one left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special, that should be good. I do feel like Ant-Man's kind of like
That
really
preview is so great.
knocks people
The
away.
Kevin Bacon stuff is so funny.
Well, the difference, I think Quantumania will be fine because it has Jeff Loveness writing now, so it's.
And that's where Kang's going to make his first appearance, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it's not the same actor, is it, from Loki?
No, it is. It's the same actor.
Same actor?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's just going to
plays
come
all
off.
versions of him.
I'm wondering if he's just going to come off different then, because this Kang
seems play
evil.
Different versions of Kang. Yeah, he's going to play like a ton of different versions of him. So, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're in the world of variants.
That's why Jonathan took the role. He was like, I get to play all different versions of myself. Like, different characters, but under the same name.
I'm going to try not to let it ruin my day. That's all I'm going to say. That's like the last thing I can say about it. The story really bothered me. Some things felt tacked on, but the beautiful parts that were in the movie, I recognize them for being beautiful. But it kind of bums me out that I didn't. This is the one I was looking forward to the most over all of them. And I had to wait to the very end of Phase 4.
Worst take, though. Max comparing this shit to Wonder Woman 84. Like, I'm sorry. Even if you don't like this movie,
come on.
There's no way it's as bad or
not
that hard of a dip in quality.
That is. Look, man, even I won't say that.
Yeah,
I'll watch Wakanda forever again.
Yeah, I will never watch Wonder Woman 84 again.
No. I there's not even a scene of that movie I want to go back to and rewatch because I liked it.
Yeah,
like
nothing in that movie I like.
Oh no, I'll rewatch Wakanda. I'm gonna go see it again.
Oh no,
I won't pay to go see it again, but I'll watch it when it comes to Disney Plus and they have like the IMAX enhanced version. Because like my girlfriend's been getting into rewatching MCU movies or like catching up on MCU movies, so that's where like she watched Endgame the other night and then we watched Doctor Strange. Because she's like, man, I love Doctor Strange. Is there a new movie out? And I'm all like, yeah, it's on Disney Plus. Oh, we gotta watch it. And then I'm like, are you sure? It's kind of scary. The kids might freak out. Oh, my 3-year-old crawls up on my lap during the attack on Carmitage and falls asleep.
Wow.
Well, my 4-year-old is like sucking her thumb and like, Daddy, it's scary. And then she kept me up till 2:00 in the morning. Damn. That was fun.
I could go back and watch
and no,
that.
CGH, the kid in Iron Man 3 is not a King variant. He's not Iron Lad, no.
Hey, listen, as far as kids go in the MCU, that kid actually was good.
Yeah, he was good, yeah. We'll probably see him again in Armor Wars, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, well, they had him back for the Iron Man funeral scene, so.
They did, yeah, they did.
They did that for a reason. There's a reason they did that.
He needs to go away. No, I don't like that kid. No.
How do you know?
Go
it's
away.
Like, do you like the kid from the Adam Project, Walker Scobell?
Yeah, he was funny. I like that
He
movie
was
too.
like
Yeah,
the
he was
kid was
great.
kind of like that, man. It's like it's Shane Black took a kid who could like banter with Robert Downey Jr. and put him on screen together. It was great.
Best scene in the movie was between them two when he's like, you know what? I can't stop thinking. Where's my tuna fish sandwich? I love that line.
So I
That's
have
a
to
great
ask.
line.
So I have to ask because I want to kind of wind this down a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta get going here in a minute because I'm out running errands and my
The
girlfriend's
last
like, "Where's my
question-
coffee?"
Last question for everybody. Since it's now over, 2022 is over for comic book movies. What was the best comic book movie released this year?
The Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman.
What?
The Batman.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? The
It's
Batman is like
clearly-
amazing.
I you know what?
It's
I don't
clear
know what
what
it
it
is.
is.
I absolutely
Morbius.
amazing.
Is not.
But I go
it.
now when I go back and try to rewatch it, it bores the fuck out of me.
Oh, see for me though, Chris, I like slow burn like noir-esque films, you know?
I too. But dude,
So
to
for me,
rewatch
like,
them-
so I really like that about the Batman.
and
what
that
is it?
movie's a
Which
fucking
one was I thinking?
masterpiece. I can't put my finger on why I can't rewatch it. It has no rewatchability for me, and I don't understand why. Because that movie's a fucking masterpiece. I don't get it.
Well, you know, here,
I've
but the thing
rewatched
with
it,
that
like,
is not
4 or
every
5
movie needs to be
times, so-
rewatched, you know?
That's true too.
Like,
That's true too.
Like it's like, you know, like, okay, look at like X and Pearl. This is an example. And I love X. I will watch X anytime. It's like one of my favorite of the year. I don't need to watch Pearl again. You know? Like it's just it was good, but it was like largely unnecessary, and I saw it once and I'm okay with that.
What else? I'm trying. No Way Home was last year, right?
Yeah.
This
Okay,
year
then-
it was Morbius, Doctor Strange, Thor, Batman,
Black Adam.
Black Adam, Wakanda Forever.
Okay, yeah, it was the Batman.
Well, and there's
stuff.
also the DC League of Super Pets if you want to count that one.
No, the
No,
Batman.
no,
the
nobody's
Batman
counting
followed by
Batman.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the Batman.
Those would be the top two for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
good for
Good for, well,
Good for the movie.
Yeah. Good for DC, right?
Well, I
All
think,
right, I'm
I
gonna
think
get outta
DC
here,
will
guys.
have a banger 2023.
It might.
I,
We'll see
I
what
gotta
happens
get coffee from
here.
my girlfriend. I gotta dip. So.
I'm gonna bounce. RJ, let you guys do your thing. Maddie, I'll hit you up later. I'll hit all you guys up later.
All right, see you, Chris. Thank you to Chris and Matt for coming on. Appreciate
God,
that.
I wanted to love this movie, man. I'm so bummed. All right, I'm out, guys.
Now the negative Nancy's are out of the way. No, I was kidding.
I was gonna say something like that too.
Wait, I missed a whole lot because my aunt called me into somewhere.
Wow.
No, seriously, I did. Like when I said be right back in the private chat, I was like, bad timing.
You missed like the entire conversation.
I know.
Wow.
Like, I probably missed the whole recast conversation and the Phase 4 conversation.
Wow.
But I'm thinking of doing a Phase 4 stream.
Yeah. Like I said, I just want to do like this quick little discussion. I mean, if you guys have any last minute thoughts, you're more than free to share before you close this out.
I'm glad that they didn't recast T'Challa. Honestly. I'm honestly glad that they did it. Because, again, as I was having this conversation with my one of my friends, is that the recasting T'Challa is more than what people think it is. You know, there's emotion that goes into everything. Emotion controls our decisions and if you don't think it does, it does. Emotion controls our decisions every day. And every decision we make. So recasting T'Challa was not in question because of who was involved. It doesn't, like the thing is people say, oh, Derek Boseman said they can recast T'Challa. It's not his call. He's not the person in the writer's room and the producer's room making calls. Who is? Brian Coogler and Kevin Feige and Nate Moore. And they decided not to do it. And that's their decision. It doesn't matter who other input outside of that. It's those three people's decisions. It's because you guys say Chadwick Boseman doesn't own the role, yet you guys are having his family make the decision as if he owns the role. He doesn't. So, like, you guys are hypocritical in that sense, where you guys are saying Chadwick doesn't own the role, but then you guys look for his family for if you guys decide to recast T'Challa or not. That's like hypocritical in that sense. Like, the only reason you go to the family to figure out if you're going to recast the role is if that family owns the role, or if that person that passed away owned the role. So, and also, it's like the person that if they did recast, the person that they would use would have to do exactly what Chadwick did, to step, beat by beat, because and would have to be integrated into the family of the Wakanda family, and that would take a long time because they're mourning. And then you guys will say, "Oh, then let's wait until they're done mourning." But people mourn at different times in different ways, and if it takes every single cast member to take 20 years to mourn the death of Chadwick Boseman, then oh well, no more Black Panther movies for another 20 years, because guess what? None of them can mourn the death for another 20 years. Like that, like there's so many like fault lines in you guys's like attack, or like whatever opinions you have like about this are wrong, honestly, because you don't understand what goes into every creative business decision that is gone into casting and creating a movie. And guess what does? Emotion. And if that person does not exude the same emotion, the same characteristics as Chadwick Boseman, then people will notice the difference in how all those cast members react with T'Challa as a character, because it's not the same as Chadwick. So that's why they didn't recast, because there's so much more than just having someone audition and putting them in the movie and have them act as T'Challa. There's more to that, and you guys don't understand that. So that's why this movement is terrible and doesn't make any sense. It would make more sense if there was someone from like that actually was in the industry who started this movement or whatever. But no one from the industry actually has said anything of supporting this movement. Everyone that I've seen that are part of the industry that is also a black man has said that no, they don't even talk about it.
Damn.
So, and the person I saw that did talk about it, and they were 100% correct that like that it doesn't make sense to recast T'Challa. It doesn't.
All
So-
right. Well, Caden with the mic drop. Okay. Super Bowl, you're up next. Any final thoughts?
Everything that Jarbo and Chris said, that's my opinion. And this movie was let down. I wish they recast T'Challa, but Kaden got a point. But Namor was dope. Shuri was good, the actress.
Hmm.
The mom was good. I didn't like when she died, but but that's really it.
Okay.
That's really it.
I appreciate you coming by, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop by and chat with us.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, of course. Any final thoughts?
No, it doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm just happy the movie was even made. I know there was a period where people thought that they were just gonna end the franchise after the first, since the tragedy that happened. But no, I'm glad the movie was released. I like it. I definitely don't like it as much as the first film, and I have lots of issues with this film. Instead of just focusing on the negative, I'm just gonna focus on what's there, what's apparent, and what's in store for the future, because they could do so much more stuff. This isn't the end, in my opinion.
Yeah. Very well said. As for me, like I said, I quite enjoyed the film. It's not perfect, but I did have a good time with it. Probably is gonna rank somewhere in my top 3 for Phase 4 movies for sure. Not my favorite comic movie of the year though. It's still the Batman. Still the Batman, but this was quite enjoyable as well. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it all down from here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Just out over the comments down below as to what you think about Black Panther Wakanda Forever, what you feel about Marvel Phase 4. And we'll see you later tonight for Movie Madness Entertainment and me live, baby. Peace out, everybody.